Good morning. I'm Specialist LaChance, and today I will be giving an unclassified brief over leadership styles. The overall risk assessment is low. We are in an indoor environment, hardened structures, couches, cords, so watch out for trips, slips, and falls, small animals, and your small children. For dehydration, drink water. And in case of a fire, make your way out the nearest exit and get in a formation. All right, leadership styles. The agenda today is we're going to define leadership, we're going to ask why leadership is important, and we're going to go over 5 Army leadership styles. Then we're going to give a summary, and then we're going to have questions. So hold all questions to the end. All right, what is leadership? I have a quote here for you. Leadership is the process of influencing people, providing purpose, direction, motivation, accomplish the mission, and improving the organization. So when I hear that, I think of what is my best way to influence someone to get a job done, finish a mission, reach a goal, and how can I best obtain that? So one of the jobs of a leader, or in order to be a successful leader, NCO, you must master a leadership technique or multiples. You got to find one that best suits your needs, your soldiers' needs, subordinates or soldiers, and you got to go beyond the provided instructional material. You got to find your way that is going to be the best way for you to motivate these soldiers and for you to accomplish the mission. There's 5 different styles, leadership styles. You have transactional, transformational, you have servant, autocratic, and followership. First, we're going to start with transformational. Transformational leadership style is like, by example, the Army tradition. This leadership style works with a changing environment where ideas flow freely, and you have subordinates that encourage and provide solutions. So for instance, you'll have a soldier that is a critical thinker who can help provide solutions where you're not so much reliant of this is how you're going to do it, this is how it's going to get done. It's more you have critical thinkers and they can help get the job done just by simple directions and simple goals and missions. Some of the famous transformational leaders are Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bezos, and Walt Disney. These are 3 amazing leaders in the world, and they use this transformational leadership style. So it can give you a kind of a perspective of where they got to where they are using this style. The next one we're going to talk about is the transactional, which is like the telling style. Transactional is more of a you do this right, you get this reward, or you do this wrong, you get this punishment type of leadership style. It's a common leadership style for platoon sergeants may use this and to get goals accomplished. So they might say, hey, you guys get this mission done. Hey, y'all get a free weekend. You don't get this mission done, you don't get this task done, then hey, everybody's working this weekend. If that makes sense to you, that's the kind of leadership style it is. So these leaders provide subordinates with goals. They establish project checks, provide performance reports, and motivate them with reward based on a recognized system. They might give you hey, this is how you've been doing. This is what we need. This is how you can get better. And then if you do get better, this is what happens. Or if you don't get better, this is what happens, the punishment of it. So some famous leaders that use transactional would be like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, some big time CEO names. So you can see where this style may get someone in the CEO where it can be used to build a company up or build an army up. Next style we're going to talk about is servant. Effective NCOs are servant leaders. They develop their soldiers by meeting the needs of their soldiers. So basically when you're a servant leadership, when you use servant leadership styles, you're gonna say, hey, what would make me happy if I was my soldiers? What would I do to make myself happy in that situation? You're gonna treat these soldiers like you would want to be treated, following like the golden rule. So you have some servant leadership style. You're gonna have some qualities. You're gonna be good at listening. You're gonna have empathy, awareness, foresight, stewardship, character, presence, and intellect. Some famous servant leaders would include Nelson Mandela, Abraham Lincoln, some pretty big name leaders in this world. So now we're going to talk about the autocratic leadership style. In autocratic, the leaders are expected to be like decision makers, you know, like, hey, this is how we're going to do it. This is how I want you to do it. This is when I need it done. These guys are more by the book. They're going to tell you what you need to have done, when you need to have it done, and how you need to do it. So these leaders, they use clear direction, mission statement, goals. You know, this is kind of what the Army uses, probably, I would say, the most, this leadership style. Maybe like your drill sergeants would have given you a block of instructions, and they would have told you, this is what we want done, this is how you need to do it, and this is how fast you need to do it. Some notable leaders would be most sports GMs use this type of leadership style. They because like you could look at it as like a playbook. Like they give their subordinates or their team playbooks. Hey, this is what we're doing. This is how you're going to do it. Or they might structure a workout like that. Another one is General Patton. Famous General Patton used this leadership style. The next one we're going to talk about is followership. Followership doesn't sound like a leadership style exactly, but it's the concept of having good followers makes you a good leader, and that's kind of what that is. You basically you're going to follow the Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, integrity, honor, and personal courage. And one of the famous leaders, I used a quote that he had that used this one, was Aristotle. It says, "He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader." And that hits home with me when I think of that. Is if I can't follow, I can't lead. If I'm not there and I'm not subjective and I can't listen to what other people may have, inputs they may have, then I can't be a great leader. So we're going to summarize this now. What leadership means, you know. So what do we say? Leadership means, you know, being able to be given a goal, give it to other people, influence them to follow your plan, and to finish the mission. It's important as NCOs to be a good leader because you're the backbone of the Army. You know, you are the reason things get done. You are the trainer. You are the mentor. You are the leader. You know, as far as it goes up to your first sergeant or higher, you know, command sergeant majors, you know, those are the backbones. We are the backbone of the Army. We decide how things get done, how things are trained, and we execute that. And we get people to listen to what we say, follow what we say, and they learn. We went over the transformational leadership style, the transactional leadership style, the servant leadership style, and the autocratic leadership style, and the followership. All right, at this time, that includes the brief. Any questions? No questions? Thank you.